It's the regular meeting of the Township of Mansfield Committee. This meeting is being held in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act because adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by notifying the daily record and by posting notice of such meeting on the township website and in the municipal building. And by filing a said notice with the township clerk and the Township of Mansfield, formal action may be taken at this meeting. Roll call.
Mr. Ballard.
Here.
Mr. Connolly.
Here.
Mr. McGinnis.
Here.
Mr. Hayes.
Here.
Mayor Waters.
Here. Please join us in the
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Proclamation, National Police Week, 2026. Please read now.
Whereas in 1962, President Kennedy proclaimed May 15th as National Peace Officers Memorial Day, in the calendar week in which May 15th falls as National Police Week. Established by the Joint Resolution of Congress in 1962, National Police Week pays special recognition to those law enforcement officers who have lost their lives in line of duty to the safety and protection of others, and whereas the International Association of Chief of Police has declared law enforcement officer safety and wellness a top priority, and IACP Center for Officer Safety and Wellness promotes the importance of individual, agency, family, and community safety and wellness awareness. And whereas the members of the Mansfield Township Police Department, as well as the department organization, play an essential role safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the citizens, including those of the Township of Mansfield. And whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the problems, duties, and responsibilities of the police department, and the members of our police department recognize the duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence and disorder, and by protecting the innocent against deception and the weak against oppression or intimidation. And whereas the Mansfield Police Department is a professional and accredited law enforcement agency which unincreasingly provides a vital public service to our township. Therefore, the Township Committee of Mansfield Township, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, is hereby paused to commemorate May 15th as National Peace Officer Day, and the week of May 10th to May 16th as the 64th anniversary of National Police Week, proclaimed this 13th of May.
Thanks.
A proclamation, Emergency Medical Service, Week 2026.
Okay, whereas emergency medical services are a vital public service, and whereas the members of the Independence First Aid Squad are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden injuries or illness. And whereas emergency medical services have grown to fill a gap by providing important out-of-hospital care, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to telemedicine. And whereas the emergency medical service system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, and whereas the members of the Independence First Aid Squad, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. Whereas it is appropriate to recognize the value and accomplishments of the Independence First Aid Squad by designating Emergency Medical Services Week in the Township of Mansfield. Now, therefore, the Township Committee of the Township of Mansfield, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, does hereby proclaim May 17th through May 23rd, 2006 as EMS Appreciation Week in the Township of Mansfield, and thank Independence First Aid Squad for their caring, compassion, and devotion to our residents' care. Thank you for keeping our citizens safe 24/7, 365 days a year. Proclaimed this 13th day of May, 2026. The man who wears many hats.
Thank you. Okay, approval of the minutes, regular session, April 22nd, 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Do I have a second?
One second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Abstain.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Clerks Report.
Good evening, everyone. Tuesday, May 26th is the last day to apply by mail for a mail-in ballot for the primary election, and Monday, June 1st by 3 p.m. is the last day to apply for a mail-in ballot at the county clerk's office. Early voting begins Tuesday, May 26th at the following locations: the Blairstown Municipal Building, the Warren County Library Northeast Branch in Independence, and the Warren County Library Southwest Branch in Stewartsville. I met with Jim Tipton from the Election Board and Mansfield Fire President Jay Wester regarding using the Firehouse Hall as a backup polling location in the event of an emergency. And I would like to thank Mansfield Fire Companies. They have agreed to such arrangement. Again, this is only for an extreme emergency where either this building or the DPW building has to be evacuated or closed. The township maintained 100% compliance for our financial disclosure statement filing with the state. I have received notification that JCP&L will be cutting down dead arbor ash trees close to the power lines, and they have informed me that this should be completed by June 5th. Lastly, the township will be hosting an MBC event here at the municipal building next Monday, May 18th, between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Appointments are necessary, and the link to make an appointment can be located on the township website on the homepage under recent news. And I believe also the police department has posted the same link on their Facebook page. And that is my report.
Thank you. Are we having a finance report, or that's
Just the budget.
just the budget? Okay.
Joanne does.
Employees report.
I have a couple of things for this evening. In your packet, there was a 2025 recycling tonnage grant report. There's 3 other reports that have to be submitted to the state. The deadline to do that was on April the 30th. All 4 reports were submitted on April the 23rd. I can still continue to add to the tonnage report, which I am doing, and I can resubmit just that one particular report, June 15th of 2026 is the deadline. And the township is slated to get 2025 grant money from the state probably November of 2027. The other item is a reminder that the flea market and craft vendor fair is this weekend, May 16th and 17th, at the Department of Public Works, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We have about 43 vendors signed up to participate in that event. Also a reminder, on Sunday, May 17th, the Household Hazardous Waste Collection event is scheduled at the Pollution Control Facility, and that will be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And also on the dais, there is an update on the roundtable discussions that we've been having about the 250th anniversary event. And also on the dais is a draft of proposed donation pricing tier sheet. All monies received as a donation will be processed through Mansfield Township through the banking account. We made slight changes to that, but that's a basic format that we have right now. And also this evening, I needed to add a resolution. So resolution number 139-2026 is a resolution appointing a subcommittee as the Green Team as part of the Environmental Commission. I've added 2 new Green Team members to that resolution for tonight for the committee to consider for adopting. And that's all I got.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Engineers report.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to go over again the Schneider Road Section 2 project. That project was completed late last fall, and through the winter, we observed some turf restoration matting that was slumping along portions of the slope. We met with the contractor last week, and he has agreed to repair those sections of the matting at his own costs. So he anticipates providing a schedule. I've yet to get that schedule, so that's pending. Mitchell Road Improvements Project that consisted of two grants that were received. That project has been substantially completed. The bulk of the work has been done. We're currently putting together a punch list so that he can complete the punch list and have complete, so that the project can be fully completed. The township received the LAIF grant, 2026 grant for Corey Reed Drive, Allen Road signal detection improvements. They received $47,000 for that. So we have the project has been initiated this week. The design of that is in the works. As far as the grant application for this year, we will be doing additional funds for the Blau Road Improvement Project. So you have a resolution in your packet to execute the application, which is on your agenda. Just want to remind you that we're getting close to the end of the Meadows at Mansfield project. I issued 3 of the final driveway permits this week. There are a number of lots that still need to be CO'd, but 3 out of the total, which I think was quite a number, we're coming to the close, which is good. So since we're nearing the end of the project, we are in the process of putting together punch lists for all the repair work that still needs to be completed out there in all the different phases. All that work must be satisfactorily completed before bonds are released and the roads are dedicated. And the last thing is that I wanted to mention is we met with the Elizabethtown gas contractor last Friday regarding the upgrade to some of the mains within 9 different roads in the Diamond Hill subdivision. So we issued that permit to them, and they have a tentative construction start date starting next week. So they will be noticing all the residents as they work the different roads progressively. Other than that, that's my report.
Has the developer responded to the line of sight issue?
No, not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge.
Okay, thank you, Rich.
You're welcome.
At this time, I'll open the public portion. Anyone from the public have anything to say? Yes, ma'am. Come up front, your 3 minutes, and your name and address. Please.
It's Deb Bird. I live at 21 Redwood Line, Mansfield Meadows. And I'm here to ask for an update on the site distance. Where are we going with this? This is a public safety issue. And as far as I know, the Township Committee's role in this is to protect the safety of its residents. And we've got as Mr. Kwan said, it's almost complete. We've got 400 or so cars coming in and out of that development. Route 57 is busy. And what is going to be done? Does the township have any plans? You put the developer on notice back in November or October of 2025. We gave them 14 days to conform or to come up with a solution, or you were going to do everything we could under the law to make him fix this problem.
Where do we stand, Rich?
Yeah, a letter was gone out by the attorney, conflict attorney, and he sent a letter basically giving them an ultimatum. So they need to comply. They're going to have to comply in order to finish out the job. So whether it's tomorrow or in a couple of months, they'll have to comply.
Yeah, but to leave a public safety issue like this go on for 2 years is horrible. I can't tell you how many close calls I've seen out there.
Yeah, we agree 100%. we're doing the best we can to make them do it, and
Well,
maybe-
there's things in the developer's agreement that give you some leeway. You can do a stop and desist order. And I think if you would have done that probably a year ago, I think Lion Homes and the developer would have quickly come to a conclusion.
Probably stop work. I mean, I have a conflict on it, so I don't want to say too much, but check the bother.
Yeah, I'll have to check with Bob, the conflict attorney.
And in the amendment approving the 8 additional homes, it says they have to comply. They have to have all the permits and approvals from outside agencies before you could go on and improve the amendment to the development. The 8 houses, right in the resolution says it will not have any negative effect on the development or the people in it. Well, it did. You've got an unsafe site distance, okay?
Thank you,
All
Ms.
right.
We will, we're working on it. It's not happening as quick as I would like, but, I was unaware we could put a stop work order, but maybe that's the mission we should do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Ms. Thompson?
Good evening, Carol Constant, I-10, Route 57, Port Mary, New Jersey. I haven't heard from the town in regards to my situation, in regards to the junkyard and them breaking out their crushed cars, storing them outside. We have zoning to protect and preserve our property values and also to control unacceptable prohibited uses. The burden placed on our neighborhood by zoning non-enforcement continues. Our quality of life is affected. The offensive expansion of the junkyard, where the primary use was changed to house a used car business, is now storing, parking, displaying junkyard operations. It's a nuisance, causing harm to the character of our neighborhood. The failure of the zoning officer to apply the law according to municipal land use ordinances and not upholding the integrity of the land use board is the cause it continues. If New Jersey Cars wishes to operate their junkyard business outside of the fence, that was a restriction placed by this township committee in 1953. New Jersey Cars was advised the legal process by the land use board to seek proper approval and follow the lawful channel. The zoning officer has been inconsistent in his duties, allowing junkyard operations in front of the closures. There's a car parked there tonight because apparently they can't get in it to move it. For 1 year after the adoption of the ordinance, the zoning officer only has the right to make a determination in the scope of the pre-existing use. Otherwise, the only other entity is the land use board, and they have made their determination. They found improper actions contrary to ordinance, and the zoning officer does not uphold the integrity of the land use board. That's a clear abuse of discretion. He states there's no expansion of the non-conforming use. The non-conforming use is only the used car dealer. And they're only entering and exiting through the gate, and he'll no longer take calls regarding this subject. Zoning is a legal issue, and the zoning officer is enforcement of law. His opinion is of no force in effect. Contrary to ordinance, the use of the property was created in 1953 by an agreement put in a chain of title by the township and the neighbors, because the neighbors opposed a junkyard. The historical restrictions to limit a portion of the property were agreed to. His opinion is of no force in effect. He has no power to make zoning determinations. Personal views are improper and not legal, and he has no power to shut his eyes. The land use board determination concluded anything under control of the junkyard is to be stored, parked, displayed behind the enclosure. The resolution was appealed in Superior Court and went through an independent review. What is this town going to do to make the zoning officer do his job? Nothing.
When you're done with your public comment,
something.
Your time's up.
Okay.
So I think the zoning officer is doing his job. In order to get the junk cars into the junkyard, they have to have them on a flatbed, they have to open the
Okay,
gates
yeah,
and
that
drop
is
it in.
not what's happening,
So-
that's not what's happening.
Well, you sent me pictures of it, and that seems to be what's happening from
Well,
photographs.
That's not what's happening, you know what's happening, well, it's been
Mr. Johnson,
happening
we've
for
had
30
this
years.
conversation many times.
Yes, we have.
10 years ago, they were illegally selling used cars in the front of that property.
And
they
bring
were
the
not
junkyard
allowed.
outside too.
So they were doing a lot of different things. So since that time, they cleaned it up. Violations were issued, they cleaned it up. In order to have a junkyard in New Jersey, you have to have a used car dealer's license. That doesn't mean you can use a used car lot. So they have that, and they have to have that every year.
That's not the
But-
problem.
But I
The
understand.
problem is the junk and scrap in their operations brought out
Okay,
and stored
your
in front
time
of
is
the
up.
enclosure.
I thought I answered your question.
You did not.
Okay.
When is the zoning officer gonna do his job?
Your time's up.
When is the zoning officer gonna do his
I
job?
believe the zoning officer is doing it.
He is not doing his job, they're out there every day.
Mrs. Thompson, your time is up. Anyone else?
Good evening, with services, wearing the house. I want to say something. Coming out of the heels of what just went on, New Jersey courts have repeatedly held that public office is a public trust. In Thompson v. City of Atlantic City, the Supreme Court said that municipal officials owe undivided loyalty, okay, to the public good, and must avoid even the potential for conflicting interests that erode public confidence. The court explained that the residents are entitled to the disinterested service of their elected officials, and that even the likely capacity to tempt an official away from that sole public duty can require disqualification. That principle exists because government transparency and public oversight are not side effects. They are central to the public trust itself. At the April 8th, 2026 Township Committee Meeting, Committeeman Michael Bollard proposed reviewing Mansfield Public Recording Ordinance 2018-02. He raised legitimate concerns about the vague language and the severe penalties tied to the recording public meetings, including fines of up to $2,000, 90 days in jail, and community service. He specifically referenced the Supreme Court's decision in Torres v. Borough of Pine Hills, recognizing the public right to videotape open meetings subject to reasonable restrictions. The township attorney, Mr. Lavery here, specifically referenced the specifically agreed with this, and saying that videotaping open meetings is subject to restrictions. He even said that it's probably not a bad idea. He explained the ordinance was drafted when large equipment was back then in, I don't know, decades ago, and disruption concerns were a concern. That's no longer the case. Then Committeeman Brent Connolly admitted he had never read the ordinance before that meeting and did not know it existed. Despite that, he still opposed moving forward with a review. Okay? More troubling, his position became that nobody had been prosecuted yet. Okay? Therefore, the ordinance was not important enough to review. That concerns me greatly. Okay? When an elected official opposes reviewing an ordinance affecting constitutional rights and admitting he had not even read it beforehand, residents have every right to question whether the public interest is truly guiding the decision-making process, as we've heard here before, right? In a 5-member committee and 3 votes control ordinances, contracts, appointments, litigation strategy, and major spending decisions. That concentration of power demands heightened transparency, not resistance to public oversight. No, it's not. I'm timing it right now. What do you mean? I'm timing it right here.
No, I'm
This
just
is
trying to hear
totally-
this second. But, I mean,
This
you're
is
the one,
totally-
listen, you're the one that wanted us to enforce the
And it's, I mean,
hearing, so.
it's ridiculous. I'm looking at my stopwatch as I do this. You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying.
Why
Why?
Yeah,
Listen.
you got 38 seconds left.
Yeah, let me finish, all right? So when elected officials oppose reviewing ordinances, that's a constitutional violation issue. But the public interest is truly guiding the decision-making process. Okay, so now, under this Thompson Supreme Court decision, public officials must avoid conduct, creating even the appearance of political of discomfort. Residents here, everybody here deserves confidence that the decisions that are being made by this committee are being made for the benefit of the public, not for the convenience of those of you guys or anybody holding power. So remember, and there's actually 4 Supreme Court cases, presidential, that say exactly the same thing. Public interest, don't forget it. Just because you're sworn in, you forget, don't forget this stuff, please. Thank you.
Is our ordinance considered unconstitutional?
I don't think it's unconstitutional.
No, your actions are. Your actions are. No, don't deflect. Okay? You know what you're
Mr.
talking about.
Sozis, stop, please.
Well, tell him, you're the attorney. You should know this stuff.
I answered this question, and then you interrupted me from the audience, so let's be fair.
I
That wasn't any fair.
I hope we're done.
Any further comments from the public?
I'm positive each is even I guess it's my last ditch effort here. This is in reference, so when did the ordinances go into effect with the wood burning furnace that we were explaining? When, because they're not in effect right now. I just checked on my phone. And it's not updated right now, so I don't know when they actually go into effect.
I think it's in effect when we voted.
Yes.
You're right, that's,
Yes.
you're talking the website.
Well, yeah, the website, I don't know, so is it not?
There-
But it takes time for the website to be updated, right?
Okay, so one on it, and I got very little time on, I don't need it, no, it's irrelevant. So if you took out that it was to be burned from May to October. I wasn't at that meeting, you said I wasn't at the meeting, I've been at every meeting. I explained that I didn't want anything happen to neighbors. I just want to know how many other families or households were affected with this exterior wood furnace made for October. Because you'll vote on it, or you'll saw it, there was outcry for having those months be burned, so I want to know how many families were affected, other than, I want to know how many families were affected. Because there's 3 households that are affected by it being burned in May for October. It's not affected. I'll get to the punch. There's a thing called the grandfather clause. And I know it was brought up at one meeting, but it's just kind of schemed over. This hasn't been really even brought up to effect yet. It hasn't been published. I say that maybe the people that are affected by it should be grandfathered claused in, and then it can go into effect. So anyone moving forward can have the ordinance, and anyone not affected by it now should be grandfathered claused in. And it can be done by time and however you guys decide. So I don't see why that was taken out. So it's not an ordinance, it's a big county, it's a big decision. 220 feet or 2 acres is not a lot of room for a wood furnace. We have smoke coming out from Canada with fires. So 220 feet or 40 feet is not far. So again, May through October, I just want the people that are affected by it should be affected. But I know there's more households affected by it than aren't. That's it. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Anyone else? Seeing none, close the portion. 14-2026, ordinance, second reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
The motion approved?
Do I have a second?
Second?
I'll open this to the public. Anyone from the public have any questions on ordinance 14-2026? Seeing none. For the public portion, roll call please.
Mr. Ballard,
No.
Mr. Connolly,
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Ordinance 15-2026. The motion to approve.
Make a motion approved?
I'll second.
This is second reading. I'll open this to the public. Anyone from the public have any question on this particular ordinance? Seeing none, close the public portion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard,
Yes.
Mr. Connolly,
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes,
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Ordinance 16-2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
Make the motion approved?
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second reading, open the public portion. Yes, ma'am.
And what are the actual improvements that are going to be done at that intersection?
That's traffic lights. They were, well, Mr. Palm, you can explain exactly.
Currently, there's loop detectors that are not functioning. And so there's an upgrade to put in cameras which will detect traffic movements at that intersection. So there was a grant that was obtained with New Jersey DOT for $47,000 to put cameras in at that intersection.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Okay, first reading, ordinance 17-2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve?
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Okay. So you want a motion to entertain, to close the public hearing?
I'll make the motion.
Is that what you want first?
Well, I
No, you're gonna read something.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Mayor, this is the time fixed for the public hearing on the municipal budget for 2026. The budget was approved by the governing body on April 8th, 2026, and was advertised as required by law, together with notice of hearing for this time. Mayor, I have a resolution regarding the reading of the budget by title only.
Remember.
I offer the foregoing resolution and move its adoption.
Resolution is adopted. Before opening this hearing, I wish to outline the procedure.
Excuse me, Mayor, we need a second.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Before opening this hearing, I wish to outline the procedure.
Excuse me, Mayor, I'm sorry, we need a roll call.
You don't have to roll call.
It's assumed.
You can't assume, you gotta write it down, you gotta write it all out.
I didn't write this.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes, resolution is adopted. Before opening this hearing, I wish to outline the procedure. Each person desiring to be heard will give his or her name and address before speaking. I will recognize one speaker at a time as nearly as I can determine. Address all questions to the chair. Where necessary, they will be referred to individual members of the governing body or municipal officials. Questions must be confined solely to the municipal budget before us. School or county matters are not proper subjects of this hearing and cannot be discussed or answered here tonight. I now declare, did you want to come up, Donna?
Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah, it's pretty close. No. You want everybody to go? All right, let's go. Okay, thanks.
I now declare open the public hearing on the 2026 municipal budget. Any question? No? Must be something.
The $9 million budget, it's got to be a question about it. Right?
Do you want me to just give a quick
Yeah.
overview?
Give me a look,
Okay.
please.
So each year, the governing body is tasked with passing a budget. As Brent mentioned, it's about a $9 million budget. That encompasses everything that we do to run the town, including capital projects and stuff. Some of the highlights are, things that have been going on in the town. There are capital projects in here that are fully funded. The committee basically decided about 15 years ago to do everything possible to become debt-free. This is the last year that we're going to make a bond payment, so they will in fact be debt-free. That is very unusual in the town, and it's something that should be applauded because it's very hard to do. So basically, all the projects have been paid to go. This town has a very healthy surplus, about $5 million. And, we're looking at the average house cost on the taxes, probably looking at about a $30 decrease.
So what that basically means is the average house is calculated based on all the properties. Now, you may not have an average house, you may be above the average, below the average and stuff. But I think that this town has done everything possible to keep the taxes flat and steady. You can't say that about a lot of different entities. That's coming from a financial standpoint. That's what we're looking at. And it's, like I say, in this climate, it's very unusual, even with infinite costs going up. So that's kind of my job to pull it all together with the assistance of the departments and the committee. So if anybody has, question or anything they want to ask about it, by all means, or if there's a committee person that wants to make a comment.
So the healthcare premium expense for all levels of government are skyrocketing.
Yes.
What are we paying versus last year?
We were seeing about a 23% increase. And that was up, there was also about a 20% on the year before. We're in the state health benefits plan, and we are investigating another type of plan, hoping to save money. In general, the costs are going up, and we're trying to mitigate that, but to get out of it into something else, it's a bit of a process. So we're looking at a couple of options for the employee health benefits and retirees to try to, bring those costs a little more under control. It's a problem everyone's having, it's not just here. But like I said, doing a good job with the budget means that we're managing those costs with everything else and stuff. And we didn't have to make any other changes, to anticipate that.
Thank you.
Nobody? You want to come up to the microphone?
Judy Andurko, Ridgely Street. I have a question. The budget that's listed there, is there a chance that the amounts will change?
No, this is, no one's expressed that. What was introduced is the same thing that's adopted. So once we finish this public hearing, the committee will then make the motion and pass the budget. Nobody's giving me any indication that they're going to change anything. That would have needed an amendment on this meeting, and there was nothing published as an amendment.
Okay. So I'm here representing the Mansfield seniors, and I would just like to thank you for approving the budget as was submitted.
Okay.
That I know that the amount for the seniors is a small percentage of the overall budget, but it's really significant to the seniors. And we really appreciate you giving us the money we asked for. And on behalf of all the seniors in the club, I just wanted to thank you for your continued support of us. Thank you.
You're welcome. Seeing no further questions, I'll move that the adoption of this budget be postponed.
We are adopting.
We are adopted.
No.
Okay. So I entertain a motion to approve the budget.
I have to
read it.
I have to read the
Go
budget.
ahead.
Be it resolved by the committee persons of the Township of Mansfield, County of Warren, that the budget herein before set forth is hereby adopted and shall constitute an appropriation for the purposes stated of the sums therein set forth as appropriations and authorization of the amount of $4,760,303 for municipal purposes and $144,000 open space, recreation, farmland, and historic preservation trust fund levy. The general revenue surplus anticipated, $2,300,000. Miscellaneous revenues anticipated, $1,789,834.70. Receipts from delinquent taxes, $300,000. Amount to be raised by taxation for municipal purpose, $4,760,303. Amount to be raised by taxation minimum library tax, total revenues, $9,150,137.70. General appropriation, operations including contingent, $5,799,802. Deferred charges and statutory expenditures, municipal, $789,669. Operations, total operations excluded from caps, $627,666.70. Capital improvements, $980,000. Municipal debt service, $28,000. Deferred charges, municipal, $25,000. Reserve for uncollected taxes, $900,000. Total appropriations, $9,150,000. $9,150,137.70.
You finished?
Need a motion to pass it, is it?
Yes.
I'll make the motion to pass the 2026 budget.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes.
All work.
She didn't get the call at 6:30 to step in.
Yeah, but state didn't approve us till 20 to 6 tonight, so. Oh, New Jersey.
Okay, resolution 126-2026. Entertained motion to approve.
Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
I have to pull 3 POs from that.
May I have the numbers, please?
It's 135, all beginning in 26. 135, 187, and 188. I'd like to vote on those separately.
So you want to do those first?
Yes, that's fine.
What's the first one?
135.
135. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Abstain.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Second.
187.
87. Do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Abstain.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Third.
188.
188. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Mr. Ballard.
Abstain.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Okay, now I'll open the public portion again for the consent agenda. That's the remainder of the resolutions.
Excuse me, Mayor, we need to have a roll call on the resolution 126 minus those 3 purchase orders that were just pulled separately.
Oh, do I have a motion to approve?
Make the motion approved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Okay, I'll open the public portion for the consent agenda. Does anyone have any questions on the consent agenda? That's in regards to the rest of the resolutions that are on the list. Seeing none, close the public portion. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
We need to add resolution 139-2026 to the consent agenda.
Yes.
That's the green.
Yes.
38, 39.
Make the motion to approve resolution 139.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes.
Wendy, the 013, this cap bank ordinance, I don't see it on the agenda. That was sent, I think Donna had sent that out.
That was adopted at the last meeting.
Sure.
Yes, because it was introduced.
It came on email a few days ago. This is the 3.5%.
Outside ordinance 13-2026. It was introduced on April 8th and it was adopted April 22nd.
The one that came on email wasn't signed, but maybe misunderstood.
If you look in the minutes,
Minutes for
minutes from the last meeting,
last meeting?
because it would have had to have been adopted in order to move forward with the budget.
In the cap bank?
Yes, right here. It was for second reading. Mr. McGinnis, seconded by Mr. Hayes, made a motion to adopt it.
Okay, my mistake, thank you.
Okay, where were we? Looking for a
Motion to adopt the consent.
Consent agenda.
Make the motion approved. Consent agenda 127 through 139.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Okay, new business.
There are 2 citizen volunteer applications, one of which for Robert Jackson, the other one for Patty Soldavini, for a couple different committees.
None of these names were on the resolutions. The green,
Rob, I believe, was on Green Team for the resolution.
Yeah.
Yes.
so which ones do we want? And for what committees?
So Rob will be on Economic Development and the Green Team, and then Patty will be on, I believe she applied for Economic Development only.
So I'll approve both of those applications, and I'll entertain a motion to approve that. To replace those committees.
I make a motion to approve the mayor's recommendation.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Volunteer fireman incentives. Do we have any comparisons to work with yet?
I don't have any comparisons at the moment. I just drafted a, pretty much a light duty proposal to get at least a discussion going. And maybe get some other ideas as well for other incentives aside from LoSAP.
Well, if we got information from other towns, other fire departments, then we can put that all together and then we can make a decision.
Okay. Yeah, then we can postpone that then to the next meeting.
Could we expand it to include EMS as well, though, if we're going to do volunteer incentive?
I'm not sure how that works legally.
I think they're separate. We can check that, even though they're separate.
Just, it's a good.
That's the only reason why I didn't.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a good initiative, but EMS has volunteers, right, Brian, so.
Yeah, I understand that. I only did because I didn't know if it was legal or not.
I think.
No, I understand.
Okay.
No, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
How are we gonna, like, there's a lot of detail here, which is good. Are we gonna put a little committee together to go through this, and then just make sure we do it, you know?
Yeah, I would like to get the township attorney, firemen, the fire department heads, all
That's
that.
what I'm suggesting.
Yeah.
We get the fire companies represented, maybe EMS. or
Yeah, exactly.
table And just, because there's some good ideas, we can't maybe do everything, we should prioritize the ones that the guys that are doing
Mm-hmm.
this every day with volunteers would suggest would work, right? So I think it's great.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I can get some comparators and then, I can postpone this to the next meeting. Motion to postpone it. But,
Yeah, I agree, but maybe we could in the meantime, reach out to the fire companies and EMS and have them recommend a nominee or somebody, we have a little,
Yeah.
within the next month, we should be able to hammer this out and come back to committee with something tangible, right?
sounds good.
Okay, last one, hybrid township committee meeting.
So I have, also before you on the dais, I made a report of that.
It might have been better if we had these ahead of time and we didn't have to actually read it off here, we really know what we're looking at.
Yeah, I had them printed, was it a couple days ago or a day ago? So I originally brought up the hybrid meeting, or hybrid proposal, the idea of it on February 11th. I've been keeping track of the attendance of each meeting. On February 11th, it was about four people. February 25th, it was about 7. March 11th was about 12 people. March 25th was 19. And the last one that I was at, April 8th, was 25. Today is about 29. So clearly there is a demand for coming in and looking at, or, how we operate as a governing body. So my proposal is to implement a hybrid meeting system for those who cannot attend the meetings, be it their personal responsibilities or their other obligations, whether that be children, or if they're if they're unable to make it physically here, including possible medical issues that like they are not able to attend in person. So I'm not asking for immediate action, but just the consideration to a reconsideration of the action taken on February 11th, and to consider moving forward on a hybrid meeting system, and obviously open it to discussion.
I appreciate the detail, which we didn't have a few months ago, so I'd like, obviously, time to put a lot of work into this, so maybe we should review it, and more than happy to react to it.
Sorry?
We need a little time to read it.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. We can postpone that to the next.
Quick, Ron, here, this is a lot of detail, the numbers have gone up, but it's election season, Michael, you know that. Budget time, I'm not sure the numbers, Waters, the others have been here a lot longer, that the numbers aren't usually that big. But I don't think that's even a relevant point. And the point is, if there's a need for this, if people up there would actually call in. But I have some other ideas, but I'm not gonna spend time even commenting now. Let me review this myself, at least. I think it's part of this discussion, discuss it again.
So we can postpone that to the next meeting then, right? Okay.
Okay, any comments? Other comments from the committee? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Sorry, I did have comments. Apologies. Unfortunately, I was not here last meeting, so I had a little bit of catching up to do on my comments. A couple of residents have been reaching out for cars passing stop school buses when they're dropping off children. I'm not sure if the police department, do they follow the school buses, or if that's something that can be...
Well, they do. It's impossible for our staff to follow all street buses.
Oh, I understand.
If there are specific complaints, we entertain complaints all the time.
Okay.
We will focus our areas. So anytime a resident calls you can either call us, contact me directly, or they can call us and contact us directly.
Okay.
Our traffic supervisor puts out details to go out and target specific areas if there are complaints. We'll definitely do that for school buses. That's,
Yeah, she was really upset about that. All right, no problem. The other one is right now we're looking at a phone system provider. I met with Joanne and a vendor. This seems to be offering significant benefits to our current system and has a potential to save us over $1,000 per month on our phone bill. One such benefit would include reverse communications for emergencies, such as notices the township needs to send out, like if our building is closed due to a snowstorm, etc., emergencies like that. They also did say they have a text messaging option, which is part of that, but that details are being ironed out right now. I suspect by the next meeting I'll be able to have more detail on that. And then my last comments are, there are 2 stores that are opening. I know one was brought up earlier, Dunkin' Donuts. There's another one called Bowls and Bites in Mansfield Shopping Center. Just wanted to know if the committee would entertain a ribbon cutting when that time comes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's all I have.
On the phone system, when we looked at GoGov a number of weeks ago, and it's kind of on hold, would this actually replace the need even for that GoGov service?
I don't know, because I don't know the specifics of this program, so I can't really comment.
It might do almost the same thing. But
It sounds similar.
Yeah, it's an integrated system, so their primary service is the phone itself, like the phone hosting and the telephone units. And they said that part of their service is also the reverse communications and text messaging. So it's kind of like an added service to what they do, rather than
Let me dig into that, see maybe it replaces, because that's one of the unmet needs we talked about, right? The reach out. I didn't realize part of the phone system you guys are looking at might have that capability. It might kill two birds with one stone.
Yep. I agree. That's all I have.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session. Motion. Go ahead, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. All right, then for the Township Ethics Ordinance, which is attorney-client, CRC compliant, attorney-client, board administrative personnel, and OPRA attorney-client. Okay, at this time, I'll ask everyone to clear the room, please.
That was longer than 3 minutes. It's best to speak.
Yeah, I'll entertain a motion to go back in the regular session.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Here.
Mr. Connolly.
Here.
Mr. McGinnis.
Here.
Mr. Hayes.
Here.
Mayor Waters.
Here.
Yes, Mayor, we emerged from executive session at what looks like 8:58 PM, where we discussed 4 matters: Township Committee Ethics Ordinance, GRC complaint, court administrator, and OPRA special service fee. No official action was taken. Copies of these minutes will be available at such time as the committee determines there is no harm to the public interest. And then, Mayor, if the committee so inclined, we need a motion to approve the waiver of special service charge for an OPRA request as discussed in executive.
Motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
Mr. Connolly.
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis.
Yes.
Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Mayor Waters.
Yes. Any further business?
Adjourn.
Meeting adjourned.